Hey guys, back again with a little tutorial for you guys. Basically, I'm just going to be covering how to do a basic competitor research and how to get started with your keywords and start ranking. Let's get to it. Alright, so my favorite tool to get this started would be Google. The reason why I pick Google is just because you want to see an idea of what your competitors are doing. Ultimately, competition is about figuring out your competitors and what they are actually doing to rank. So let's go ahead and just pick a keyword, a basic keyword, what we think could work. Let's say roofers. This is also something that's good about Google. When you start typing in a certain word, they're going to go ahead and give you what is most popular, the keywords. So as you can see here, and I'll go through this, the stuff that I'm showing you on the screen right here, if you notice it has these little numbers. This is also provided by a tool I'm going to go over in a couple of minutes with a link to it. But basically this is called Keywords Everywhere. And what that does is it just basically gives you some stats on basically, how much traffic is basically getting to all these keywords. So you can see here right away that roofers in Fort Lauderdale is clearly a much bigger topic, well, I guess not topic, but market than in Miami, at least for this particular keyword. Because when it comes to keywords, it's not about one keyword, but it's about finding, all the keywords and having a combination of different traffic points coming into your website. So you might have one main keyword, but you can get business from so many different smaller, what they call long tail keywords. Long tail meaning that, it's like roofers Miami for hurricane damage. You're adding all those things to it, makes it what they call long tail. So maybe less people, maybe let's say 20 searches a month. But if you do a lot of smaller keywords, it's gonna have to be hundreds of keywords overall. And typically the longer tail keywords have less competition, so it's easier to rank. So let's say if you went ahead and picked a keyword like roofers in my area, yeah, you go ahead and get a lot more traffic. But as you can see here, you're gonna have a lot more competition because there's so much more people competing for it. Now, a good way of judgment is sometimes by the price. And if you look here, you would see that you might not think that, but I guarantee you that if you go ahead and did an actual search for the amount of businesses that are in there, it may be harder to go ahead and get these particular keywords. So roofers in my area, and the problem with roofers in my area is also going to be, it's not going to be always be specific as for your business. Because let's say you were in, like we're in Doral, and let's say you were in Hialeah, so it might put a broader search out than where you're actually located, because you're located, in Doral. So in my area, it can pull out a lot more businesses. So it's not as targeted. You want to be as specific as possible, because the more specific you are, the less competition. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and just pick this one. So as you can see here, it has, and this is based on that tool that I mentioned, which is Keywords Everywhere, right here. And if you do a search for a Chrome, it's basically a Chrome plugin that basically goes ahead and it adds this stuff to it. So it goes here and gives you related keywords and stuff people also search for. And this is basically the same thing that Google kind of put out when you started typing here. This is kind of the same thing. People also search for these certain terms. So it's always good to go ahead and kind of give you basically some ideas as far as what people are typing at, what's popular. And it has this cool little feature. You can go ahead and click on this stuff here, and basically you can export it to a CSV file in Excel, and basically you can go ahead and sort through it and save it out for later. So let's go ahead and see who are the top businesses going on right here. So you can see here, and certain keywords will have this problem where it's the major directories that are winning, but it's not impossible to beat them depending on how well you're doing your SEO, whether you hire somebody to do it yourself or not. You see this guy right here, TS Roofing Systems, is doing pretty well in the SEO. They most likely have someone doing their SEO. They have a pretty good domain rating. They have some pretty good links. This is also another plugin, that a Chrome extension that I have. It's a paid one, but it's pretty affordable. I think it's about $15 a month. It's called Serpworx, Serpworx. And basically what it does is it goes ahead and gives you a lot of data on the actual page. And once we click in, we'll see some more stuff that it's going to go ahead and give you. And as we go back here, you can see here that TS Roofing is doing a pretty good job. People are actually searching for them a lot. You see they're ranked here and here, here. You see, I don't know if maybe they're a franchise or a bigger company that do different locations, but they're ranking pretty well. Whenever you see names in here, that's typically a very good business people are searching for actively. So this guy is doing a pretty good job. So you see Better Business Bureau, some more directories again, directories, and another business. That's good. Now, I personally like to avoid these types of keywords where it's very heavy on the directories, because sometimes Google just gives you preference sometimes, because the domain rating, which is this score right here, is going to be very high compared to yours. You see domain of 93, this smaller business here is 18. So it doesn't always work out that way, but until you reach a certain point as a newer business, sometimes it's a bit harder to go ahead and outrank them. Not always, but as you can see, this guy is doing a pretty good job. So let's go ahead and click on this guy here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go back to this. So you can see here, his main keyword right here is Miami roofing contractors. Now, as you see here, our keyword is roofers Miami. So Google looks at what they see as relevance. It doesn't have to be exactly the same keyword, but roofers, roofing, they kind of basically like synonyms as far as just different ways of saying the same thing. But they also have the word roofing, roofing here, which also gives more relevance to our actual search term. Google tends to bold things that are basically relevant in the search. So let's go ahead and open up this guy's website. We're not going to go over too much things as far as the design, but I just want to load this up so you can get some more information from this Serpworx tool. Just to give you a quick run through. So basically you can see here, they have a pretty good amount of links pointing to this domain name. So they've definitely been doing some SEOing on this website. They have a pretty good page authority. 38 is really good. Most businesses are about 30 or less, depending on how they are. You can see keywords. They're ranking for a lot of keywords, which is pretty good. That's how you can really tell whether a website is good or not, is how much keywords they're ranking for. So the biggest traffic that they're getting is actually, I think I messed up something there. Yeah, their brand name is getting a lot of traffic. You see they're getting at least 500 searches just on their names. People really know this business. So you see they're also ranking for stuff like this, because people are searching. This is the thing people understand about website when it comes to the internet. You want to go ahead and create pages that can bring in traffic. It's not about just specific a keyword for buying and selling, but it's about information. So you can see here they've got roof replacement costs in Miami, and this page right here, they're gonna go ahead and get a lot of leads from that. So this is how you're gonna get some good ideas as far as what to write about, what to do with your website. This is a good way to analyze what you should be doing as a new business to go ahead and bring in more sales. So as you can see here, it's not really a lot of volume, but volume as far as its potential leads. 30 people coming to your website is pretty good. You know what I mean? If it's somebody who's interested in finding out how much it's going to cost me to get this roof replaced. See, roofing systems number 2, metal roof repair, and it gives you some numbers here. This is probably a good thing to get going. They're ranking number 4, so there's room for them for some improvement. And basically that's just how this goes. You can see all the stuff they're ranking for, how much roof costs, how to rank Christmas lights outside your roof. But this is not really important, I guess. But I guess this is just something they wrote an article about. It's all about traffic, because Google wants to know who is the best out there as far as information, because they want to supply the users with whatever they're looking for. and you have to provide that for them. It's not just about, here's my service, give me some money. Rah, 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 rah. No, it's about finding, relevant information, the best website that has all the checks, all the little boxes as far as what is a good company. You want to see experience, you want to see that they're knowledgeable, and they have a wider range of things going on. And it's about writing content. It's not just about, here's my service page, I put in 2 little words, and boom. No, you want to write text. Google is an information computer. They want to read and understand exactly what it is you do, how you do it well. They want to see reviews, they want to see content. The more you write, the better, right? If you can write hundreds of pages, I guarantee you, if you do them well, I should say, you're going to be the boss in Google. So here's some more information regarding this website. So you can see here now, the amount of traffic that they get. If you were doing a paid ad campaign, you would be paying over $8,000 to get this much business that they get. Now, you can go ahead and do it yourself, hire an SEO company. SEO company might charge $1,000, $2,000. But if you do it yourself and just want to do ads, you're paying $8,000. Now, the reason I like SEO is because it's a long-term investment. The day you start paying your ads, boom, you're out of business as far as the leads coming in. But SEO now, if you keep doing and maintaining it, paying $1,000 or whatever it is, if you're doing it yourself or not, it's you're gonna stay there, and it's basically free leads depending on how you maintain your rankings. Because you can't just be number 1 and forget it. You have to keep doing things, building backlinks, relationships, putting out content, handling social media, stuff like that. So basically there's about 700 words on this page. Outbound links, they use WordPress. The website speed isn't that great. They've been 12 years in business. This is pretty good right here. They have 92 pages that they've created for their website. That's pretty good. So clearly they have a blog, portfolio, and stuff like that. Anyways, let's go back to competitor research. So another place you can go ahead to get some more ideas as far as terms to use in competitor research. Let's just go back here and see some more things. Google loves these type of topics where it's best roofing. So you can put best roofing services, stuff like that. These are called sentiments. Google loves this stuff. So you see, roofing company in Miami, roofing contractors, roofing in Miami, Florida, spring roof company, get your free quote. These are all different ideas, and you can see, people are typing in. I would not put in a phone number here. This is a bad idea because you want people to click on your listing. This is a bad signal in my opinion. Bunch of commercial roofers. Here's some more ideas as far as the searching, some volume. Let's see what's on page 2. These are all paid ads, and it's great. A lot of times people just skip all this stuff because they feel that sometimes it's just not relevant. And also depending on where you are, how you did your work. Let me go back to the first page. Yeah, I guess that doesn't show the second page. This is also a very good important thing to work on as far as competitors. You want to see your competition is in these areas for the maps, because the maps is also great because it shows you these star ratings. You can get star ratings here also if you add something what they call schema. Nobody really has it here, but schema will basically, you can also show your reviews here. So right now these were the 3 main ones they were showing here, but over time, if you do the work, you can put yourself up in the map. You see, this guy doesn't even have any reviews, probably no website. You see, no website, no rankings, but he's still in here because of the location. He's close to where I'm located, so that she's putting him in there as an option. Another great website that I like to use sometimes is called UberSuggest by Neil Patel, right here. You go to neilpatel.com/UberSuggest. I think if you go to UberSuggest also.com, I think it does work because he bought over this company. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this thing off because I don't really need it anymore. Okay, so let's just go back here. Let's just grab this keyword. If you're a local in the United States, you can keep that right there. You put in your keyword, and basically it's gonna bring you back some more keyword ideas. Click this thing. Let's go. Sometimes it can take a little bit of time to get this data back. It does get pretty busy. I notice it's been a lot slower lately. I'm just gonna, there it is. So you kind of have to take these information with a grain of salt because it's based off of his own algorithm as far as how he rates his stuff, and it's not always a great idea because you can still, it's medium. I don't think 1600 is a low search volume in my opinion, because put it this way, if you're a roofing company, do you even want to have 1600 people coming to your website? It's crazy. I mean, not to say crazy, but you want to have a certain amount of people coming to you, because nothing's going to convert obviously, but it's a pretty high search volume, and in my opinion it's going to be a lot higher to rank this stuff. You see, pay difficulty is pretty high. That means a lot of people are paying money. You're paying $10 per click for this to get this particular keyword. Medium, this could be about right. I would like to tend to see stuff for easy, but if you go more towards the long tail, it'll definitely be easier. Which is, his system isn't somewhat flawed because he says medium, but here's easy. Here's the search volume of this particular, the trend of this particular keyword. As you can see here, towards April seems to be a busy time when people are searching for this particular keyword. And it kind of pans out until then. So here's some more, the same trend you saw a while ago. So you see roofers in Miami has a bigger trend during certain months. Now let's go ahead here, do some more keyword ideas. As you can see here, depending on when you click on this stuff, it's going to show you exactly who's ranking. Here's your stats, estimated traffic, domain score, home advisor, TS roofing again. This guy is ranking number 2 for that, number 3, sorry. So here's your competition basically for that keyword. Ideally, you want to find some of the domain score that's pretty much lower than yours to see whether how hard it is going to be ranking or not. So what you can also do here is go ahead and click on that domain name, and it's going to give you some more information about that website. So you see they have a lot of backlinks, so they're doing a lot of work. So from 140 different websites, their traffic value is $818. Their main pages on their website is their homepage, which gets most of their traffic. Then metal roofing cleaning 101. And then you see here metal roofs, reviews, and these are their top pages for their actual website. Some more keyword information. That's new. So you can go ahead and run through and you can kind of see a lot of information about your competitors, how they're doing compared to yours, where the value is and where you want to position yourself. Starting out, you want to go for the easier keywords. See, here's the ranking over time. You see they have a lot of keywords that are not ranking at the top of Google, but not every keyword is going to be ranking that, because sometimes you get ranked for multiple keywords. Let's say if your main keyword was roofing, but you might rank for other similar smaller keywords. Alright, so this is basically it for our competition tutorial. Basically you can go ahead and do a search in Google and you'll go ahead and see what your competitors are doing. Here's some keyword ideas and see basically what it is out there, because you might think that maybe you're not getting a lot of business out there, or maybe there's not a market for it. The stats don't lie. Basically you might think, oh, I'm a small city, nobody's searching for this stuff. Here's some data. You have to take this stuff with a grain of salt, because it's always under calculated a lot of the time. Let's say if it's here it's 0, it's not 0, but it's just not enough data to really populate correctly and accurately. A lot of these different tools and systems that basically help them put this numbers together. So you kind of have to use it on average to kind of figure stuff out. But this is how you do competitive data. Go ahead and look at the listings, and as you can see here, another thing you want to figure out too when you do your competition is basically see what services they're offering. If you're a roofing company, you want to go to their websites and see, hey, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Look at their website, analyze it. Do they have a form? Do they not have a form? You see here, these guys, they're very proud of all the stuff that they've done. They're certified, mid-Angeles Service Award, So this is really something that's probably pushing them to be the best, is because they've been featured and done a lot of community work, most likely. Did a lot of news stuff, probably. So they're getting the word out there. Probably why they don't get searched that often is because of the work that they do in the community. And this is stuff that you want to go ahead and put out there and see their reviews, see how they're doing. You see they're promoting their social, you see free ebook. These are all great signals, and they've definitely worked with a good company. Video testimonials. You want to see what your competitors are doing, because ideally, when it comes to SEO, you want to be better than your competition, if not the same. Ideally better, so you want to rank above them. But this is at least where your benchmark should be, is the top people who are in, for whatever your main keyword you're going to figure out. I say stick for stuff that starting out that have a lower competition. Like if I was a new business, I would probably stick to, roofing companies in Miami that finance, or Miami roofing systems, or let's go down here, metal roofing Miami. I wouldn't want to go for the main keyword like roofing company and stuff like that, because it takes more work to get there. The less searches there are, typically the easier it is, and you want to go for the longer ones. You see this one right here? This one would be gold right here. Better business, big roofing companies. You see, this is a good one right here. The best roofing companies. The stuff that are longer are always a lot better to rank for. Now, there's a lot more keyword tools you can use. Some are paid, but this is a pretty good start to go ahead and get that. So you want to review all of the websites to see how they are, see how nice or crappy the websites are compared to yours, and take tips as far as the design, because the ones that typically rank are the ones that people like, or that Google likes, or have I done an SEO expert handle their website for them. This website is pretty ugly in my opinion. I don't want to be rude and say ugly, but ugly is in the sense that it's not a very modern website. This thing right here is way too big. You can see this is a much older website based on the way it's designed. It could use a more modern look to it. You see, this is much cleaner. It's nice navigation. Proper size logo. Everything is easily accessible, readable. Here's the phone number, data information. Here, fill out the form. This is a call to action. It's exactly what you want me to do. Here, roofing expertise you can trust. I don't have to go scrolling around to figure things out. You see already here, more proof. Better Business Bureau rated. This is a good company to deal with. Here, see some of my services. Why choose us? They figured out a good way of laying out a website. Now let's go back to this one. It's a bunch of text here, kind of scribbled through to read it. It's not very, design user friendly. Although it ranks, it might work, but at least in my opinion, maybe because I'm a SEO person, web designer, I like things that look nice. It stands out to me. When it's not always about that, but if I'm judging somebody, I'm judging them based on what how they look online, because I don't know you, I don't know your business, but this is what you're putting forward. It's like versus driving a crappy dirty car versus driving a Benz. The Benz be like, oh my gosh, that's nice. If you're driving a crappy car, then he could be a nice guy, but he's not going anywhere. This is how SEO and online marketing works. Now, if you went to, let's say this was Amazon website, you'd be like, oh my gosh, this looks like crap. There's navigation doesn't work, and so much text is not visually appealing. It's not broken down. He does have some good things. He's trying. you know, and it works because he's ranking very well, you know, but it's not very user-friendly navigation. Like this, like, why is this here? You know, this is not how it should be laid out. You know, he's most likely doing it himself, you know. Well, I guess he has this company doing for him, but could be a very older website, you know, 2011 maybe it was made, so you know, he probably hasn't updated in several years. You know, look at the competition, see what they're doing, mimic it, make it better. You know, this is a pretty nice website, it works, you know, it's clean, it's bolded, you know, things laid out. You know, it could be a bit nicer, but you know, it does the job. It's still pretty more modern navigation. All right, so that's it for competition analysis. There'll be more things to come. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, you know, subscribe, and basically any questions, leave us know. All right, thank you. See you in the next video.